Beanie wearing season in the desert, and we got some Arizona Cardinal news for you. Talking all things new acquisition for the Arizona Cardinals, Barron Browning. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we cover the Arizona Cardinals, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. I don't know if you feel the same way, but man, I am so happy that we are finally getting a consistent, nice cold weather here in Phoenix, Arizona. I woke up and it was like 50 degrees outside. Like, hallelujah. We're no longer burning. Definitely football weather. I'm super excited to finally get out of that long summer. But let's dive right into, obviously, the latest news here from the Arizona Cardinals. Now, this news actually technically came out yesterday with Barron Browning's very first practice as an Arizona Cardinal. Jonathan Gannon was asked about Barron Browning coming in here and how he felt about him, and this is what he said.
Really good handshake. Serious, excited to be here. So he'll be out there today.
Now, the funny thing that we have here is obviously, you know, I don't think Jonathan Gannon really has had a relationship with, but just the way that he answered this question is absolutely kind of hilarious. I think Jonathan Gannon's got his own, own separate type of personality and or maybe sense of humor. I absolutely love it, right? Says he has a great handshake. He's excited to be here, and honestly, I think the rest is history from there. But I think what we're seeing right now is a edge rusher for the Arizona Cardinals coming into this locker room that has all the potential in the world to potentially be edge one for the 2024 season for the Cardinals, believe it or not. Now, as of right now, where the Arizona Cardinals stand in their depth chart, and I mean in terms of the edge rushing core, the people that are back there in a consistent basis, of course, you got your Zaven Collins, you also got your Victor Dimukeje, also got your rookie edge player out of Clemson, Xavier Thomas, Dante Stills, LJ Collier. So you got some people back there that have been doing this throughout the entirety of the 2024 season. But when you're taking a look at Barron Browning, a lot of the things that I've been hearing since the trade was made here on Tuesday was you got a really good player here coming out of Denver. Now, the biggest knock on Barron Browning is that he's not able to stay healthy, right? Now, he did actually spend 4 weeks on IR earlier in the season. I believe it was with the foot injury, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he's had 2 other injuries throughout his career as well, and he just got drafted back in 2021. Now, he actually came out here and it says that he actually feels like he is a starter in the NFL, and he's just looking for an opportunity. This is exactly what Barron Browning had to say.
A little bit, yeah. I think so, yeah. But obviously, like, for me, I didn't want to be a distraction to my teammates, be a distraction to my unit back in Denver. So I was just, ready for it to be done, just to kind of get this fresh start and show what I can do. I know I'm a starter in this league, and I know I can play at a high level, so I'm just excited about this opportunity to do that here.
Now, I want to double down here by Denver Broncos fans, content creators, insiders, people that watch every single Denver Broncos game coming out here. They actually told me a lot of the same things here with Barron Browning, right? We might be dealing with a situation that the Denver Broncos had to make a tough decision, right, at the end of the day, because they did get a lot of younger guys, and they just signed up Jonathan Cooper into a 4-year extension, so they needed to make a move on Barron Browning. Now, I think there's a lot of potential with him, but like I said earlier, just the injury concerns that are kind of surrounding him. But right now, 6'3", 240, 25 pounds out of Ohio State in 2021, 3rd-round pick. I think this is going to be one of those moves that if it works out, Monty Austinfort will look like an absolute genius. Now, if it doesn't work out, of course, you're going to be getting those people that are coming out of the woodwork saying, I told you we should have gone for A, B, or C, right? But as of right now, I do believe that Monty Austinfort believes in this Arizona Cardinal team-ish in terms of playoffs. I don't know. You would hope a little bit more of a splash play, but honestly, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at this Barron Browning trade. I think the Arizona Cardinals knew that there was a big need in this edge rushing core, and we got a potential starter here, right? Now, how the Arizona Cardinals play their defense is an absolute rotation, right? Now, here's the big question out there. Are the Cardinals going to be using Barron Browning in Week 10 versus the Jets? I think in a perfect world, it would be really cool to kind of see that, but I don't know. We might be, if we see him, it might be a very limited fashion. Now, as he admitted to himself, he is still getting comfortable in this Arizona Cardinal defense.
Yeah, I think I can fit in anywhere. Obviously, I'm still kind of learning the system, so I'm just trying to crawl before I walk, really.
Now, I did put a poll question out there for the community of the Arizona sports fan. I ended up asking you guys, how do you feel about the trade deadline moves? And the options were, it was good, or they underwhelmed. And we had over 1,000 votes, and truth be told, we had most of the fan base saying that they underwhelmed right now, with 69% and 31% saying it was good, right? So I think a majority of this fan base here is looking at the Monty Ossenfort moves, not very too impressed, but I think right now with where we are within this Arizona Cardinals organization, we are hopefully trending in the right direction to potentially maybe hit 7-8 wins, right? Especially looking at the remaining of the schedule. This can be attainable, but one thing the Arizona Cardinals have going for them is that they're not looking too far ahead. The fans can do so, but this locker room needs to lock in and week out. So all we can say right now is we are all Barron Browning fans. Let's see what this young man can do for the Arizona Cardinals, and hopefully we got a diamond in the rough. Now let's open up the conversation, shall we? Let's go and talk about a most recent move that ended up happening this morning. No, not to the Arizona Cardinals, but to the Baltimore Ravens. They ended up coming out here and actually releasing Yannick Ngakoue. Now, Adam Schefter came out with the report first, at least the first, report that I ended up seeing. He ended up putting a tweet out there and saying this: Ravens are waiving defensive end Yannick Ngakoue per source. The Ravens want to re-sign him to the practice squad should he clear waivers. Now, the main reason for this, per Adam Schefter, is they're trying to open up a spot for their young running back. This is exactly what the tweet he ended up coming out with and saying this: waiving Yannick Ngakoue clears up a roster spot that the Ravens now can use on running back Eaton Mitchell, could make his 2024 season debut tonight after recovering from last season's knee injury. So this is one of those things where Yannick Ngakoue wasn't producing to the level of this defense. But to be very clear here, I don't think Yannick Ngakoue was a big staple point in this Baltimore defense. I think they brought him in obviously for depth, and looking at the snap count here, his most productive week is week 7 with 39% of the snap count, right? So if the Cardinals are looking for some sort of piece out there to maybe add more defensive depth to their defensive line that we continuously rotate, Yannick Ngakoue was a guy that I had the Arizona Cardinals potentially going after as a potential free agent probably about a month ago, and maybe this might be opportunity for Monty Ossenfort to go ahead and take a swing out there, because there was rumors out there saying that the Arizona Cardinals and Monty Ossenfort were trying to pursue Azeez Ojulari from the New York Giants, but I believe the cost was maybe a little too much or a little too rich for the Arizona Cardinals. So if you're trying to add some more depth, maybe the Arizona Cardinals could potentially get a Yannick Ngakoue, and this is a perfect opportunity because he's now being cut by the Ravens, and if he clears waivers, he's going to be put into their practice squad. But I don't know, I feel like this might be a guy that, somebody might keep their eye on, because looking at his stats right now, he's got 1 solo tackle and 1.5 sacks. Now, please keep in mind here, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that he is not a big focal point in that Ravens defense. They got a lot of great players on that Ravens defense, and Yannick is not one of those main players out there, more used as a depth player, and he's already got 1.5 sacks. Hey, at least Monty can maybe potentially look over there and see what we can do. Like I said before, he hasn't been used very much in week 5, week 7, week 8, or week 9. So the Cardinals are looking for another depth piece. Hey, maybe we can go and open up the checkbook and maybe make a move there. But what are your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? Are you excited about Barron Browning heading into week 10 if we do see his debut, or do you think the Arizona Cardinals will use him here after the bye week? And do you want the Arizona Cardinals to potentially go after a Yannick Ngakoue, former Baltimore Ravens and maybe potential Arizona Cardinal, right? Let me know in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cardinals.